Should you ask your customers for reviews? Are you uncomfortable about it? Is it good for your business? We're going to talk about this right now on the Biz Talk.
I would personally like to review my experience with you. Where could I do this?
Well, let me give you a review for your potential review. Fail.
What if I reviewed your review?
1 star, Tracy. You can't review the review that's reviewing your review. My review of your review
but my
is 1
reviews
star.
are opposite. So 1 star is the best.
No, it's my review.
No, but it's
my
my
platform.
survey.
Given 5 stars. I didn't understand.
That survey was the other way.
God, we're children. There were this morning I'd come to work and Tracy's making you know how my kids do this. My kids do this to me, to Mavette, and then I do it back to my kids. Of course I do. But you're talking and they're doing that behind
Ramon
you.
has his office facing this way, and Greg and Habib or whoever is talking in front, and I always am behind him. And I do that to him on his conference calls.
Oh, that's so great.
And I do the little step thing, or I'll
you step down.
or I'll scooch across and then I'll scooch back, and
But everything, it's we literally are 5, 8, and 11-year-olds because my kids do this stuff and we do this stuff. We are children. Just right now, you bounce whatever you say, bounce off me and stick on you. I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever it is. You're rubber, I'm whatever.
I'm awesome, you're not.
Here we go again. Okay. Reviews. So, customer reviews. Obviously, reviews are a part of any service business.
It is.
I know it actually, they're part of our retail economy now. When you go onto Amazon, I'm always looking at how many 5-star reviews does it have.
It's the first thing I do. I scroll down.
You scroll down, right?
Yeah.
And you see, does it have enough?
I see the stars. That's not good enough for me. I have to look at the comments.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I don't even do that. I just look at the stars.
If it's clothing and stuff, I like to look at what they're saying. Because sometimes they'll rate it, but in their comments, it's well, I liked it. It was cute, but it was thin, or it was, so I like
not the right fit.
Yeah, so I like to look.
I see. Yeah, it is a part of, for us, it's a part. On our website, we have reviews. Also, on Amazon, we have reviews. But it's a part of every business. The service business, I think this is kind of where it started with Yelp. Yelp used to be a huge thing.
I still look at Yelp.
Do you? I don't look at Yelp at all.
You know why I look at Yelp? Because the first thing I do is I go to Maps and I type in the name.
Okay.
And that pops up. You want to look at Yelp?
On Apple Maps?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't use Apple Maps.
So I push that a lot just to look at it.
I hate Apple Maps.
What do you use?
Your maps
You use
suck.
Waze.
No, I don't use Waze. And why do you say it like that? It's weird.
It's annoying.
It's annoying. Yes, thank you. At least you acknowledged. Damn it, that doesn't work because you're happy it pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
Just whole rubber band glue thing again.
Mm-hmm.
Just bounced off you and stuck on me. Fooled again. I'm not saying it correctly. Okay, I'm off topic. I use Google Maps. And on Google Maps, you see...
On your phone?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I don't know.
Apple Maps, Tracy, it's not. If you use Google Maps, it is
We're reviewing him right now. Literally.
we're doing this.
Yes.
I love
you get the Google reviews.
I get the Google reviews. So whatever you get, you know what I mean? Obviously Apple got smart and they're I didn't even know they did that. I had no idea. But either way you go, the only reason why I don't like Yelp is because I've heard just horror stories of this is with contractors, with salons, of the harassment that they've gotten.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. Just to get reviews or keep your reviews. I've seen it's aggressive.
So what's the difference with Google? They keep it.
I honestly don't know, but I've never heard. I'm being honest. I don't.
So this is the difference, but I don't know.
No, I don't know the difference. All I know, this is all I know, is that I've heard harassment stories with Yelp. I've never heard somebody say, I've been harassed by Google.
Maybe Google keeps an eye on it better.
Probably.
Because I've seen that even Yelp will stop it, because someone will claim something about a salon, or let's say a salon, and then just everybody goes to it and starts hitting them.
Oh, attacking.
Yeah, and then their stars just start dropping because someone had 3 million followers and told everybody to go to Yelp and hit them up.
Oh, that's gnarly.
Yeah.
I never even thought about that.
I recently saw that with a TikTok thing. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible. That's like, I mean, come on. That's really, for anybody with that kind of like influence and following to do that is really messed up. It's like you had one bad experience. Let the company reconcile that. Don't gang up and send all these people who have no experience with this organization or company or service and slam them.
Yeah.
Like that's really messed up.
Yeah, took them down. They had like 4 stars and they were down to like 1 by the time they were done with them.
That is such
brutal. And the situation, like, we're so off topic all the time. The situation wasn't that bad. It was, basically she was there to get her hair done. I think it was out of the person's wheelhouse, so they had someone else do her hair, and this truly offended her and upset her
because of that,
and made her cry. And and then
it's terrible.
Yeah,
like, give me a break.
Yeah.
But so that's a huge flaw. Was that on Yelp?
That was Yelp.
Yeah, I've just honestly, Tracy, I've heard so many. I've never used it myself, but I've heard a lot of positive things about Google reviews. Maybe Yelp's cleaning it up. Hopefully they're cleaning it up. I mean, they should go in and clean that up. Like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
That's their responsibility to, like, that's their platform. You clean that up.
Yeah. It should be people that have had the firsthand experience.
You have to have an experience with it to give a review. I mean, come on. But overall, like, it's a huge part of business. So should you ask? How do you ask? Like, it can be uncomfortable. I can see that, right? It's like you finish a service and it's like, hey,
I pulled
give
up
me a
Google.
review.
Could you?
Yeah. Before you leave, here you go.
Yeah.
Just push 5 stars.
I'm going to watch you while you do it.
Just right here. No, don't leave. No, don't go to the bathroom.
You
right
want
here.
me,
Stay here.
I just push it for you.
Like, how do you go about that? Yeah. It's one of those things, like asking for, like, a lot of people freak out, it's time to pay or ask for money, or I know collecting money is always an awkward one, but it's kind of in the same family a little bit. How would you go about that?
This is one hard for me because I do look at reviews here or there. I more look at their Instagram and if people are happy with them, but kind of reviews. I've never been concerned with reviews when it came to my own business. And I never feared the review, which we can talk about too.
Yeah.
But I think, it, especially nowadays, it's important. So for me, I think I would do it this way, and you're probably not going to agree. I don't know that I would say, hey, could you review? Or I know some people might suggest putting a sign up. I hate signage. I hate signage that does not go with my... Yeah. As it is, you have to have all the state board stuff.
Sure.
And you should have saw the frames and stuff that was in to make it pretty. Like I made sure it looked good. I think it would be, for me, probably would go along with their receipt after their service. Thank you so much for stopping by. It was great to see you. It would be an automated, either
That's
a copy
cool.
paste or just automated, whether you can do that through Square or whatever receipt thing that you use. Make sure to give us a review and a link.
Perfect. I love that. I don't think there's one way of doing it, right? And I also don't think it's okay to, like, hound your customers for a review, because then they're going to be like, dude, I'll give you a review. Stop asking me for a review.
I've had people ask me for reviews. It doesn't bother me.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither. Like, I'd be happy to ask somebody. Like, it wouldn't bother me to, I finished a service, be like, oh, when you have a chance, would love if you gave a review, whatever your experience was, I'm totally cool with,
I'll stalk you if it was bad. But
I'll come after you and be at your home for dinner.
Cut you next. No, just
Can I have ice cream for dessert? What else you serving? Like, start going off in, like, this weird, just like we are right now. But I would totally ask. Yeah. And I don't think it's a problem. Where it, like, I hired this one service. Was it for our air conditioning? I don't remember. It was for something. And this guy would not stop asking me for a review. So he showed up, well, first beforehand, he was like, hey, I'm going to come down and I'll take a look. By the way, if we give you good service, would you mind giving us a review? No problem. Of course. Sure. Cool. Then he shows up and then he takes a look. Okay, it's going to be this. I'm pretty sure I can get it taken care of and the price is going to be that. Were you able to get that review? And I was like, when the service is done. And then he finished it and he's like, that review. And I was just like, dude, now you're not getting it.
Say it one more time.
Say review one more time. Say review one more time, bro. Say it one more time. I don't know what I'm doing with my face. Is that just like Uggs?
It's just always constipated. You're just...
I'm 47.
Apparently, I was making some faces this earlier today.
Yeah, we were streaming on Twitch. Oh, my God. But... that's not okay too, right? Yeah. Ask once.
Yeah.
Don't make me constipated, okay? Don't. Anger, constipation face. Don't give it to me. But ask it once or do what Tracey said, which that's perfect. Like on the receipt, you get it. It's on there. And then it's like you have a link and it's like you can do it right there. Yeah. Actually, I really like that, Tracey, because it's very modern. If you ask them, I would ask and probably do both just to kind of have that reinforcement, but I wouldn't ask like 8 times in like one conversation.
I have to admit that wasn't my own idea. That was the plastic surgery place I went to's idea. They're the ones that sent me the text and the links and everything.
So it's like you click and you review and you're done.
Yeah, they asked.
I love that.
If you don't mind, could you text? Here's the links. Could you just copy paste the first review and put it on the second? They had 2 different reviews. I think it was Google and Yelp.
Make it easy for the customer. And actually, now that we're talking this through, that method is the least amount of friction, and it can happen at the moment. It's like the link is there, you click, you do it, and you're done.
You're done.
That's a great way to do it. I think if you can put that on like an electronic receipt, was it an electronic receipt?
These were reminders because, it wasn't a receipt kind of situation, but
that's cool
appointment
too.
Reminders, or after the appointment, it would be, thank you for coming by. It was great to see you.
Here's a link.
Here's the links.
I love that. I think that's ideal, and then you can start to build your, I don't even know what to call it, your review library, your number of reviews is what it is.
And it's, more that I think about it, it is super important to get those good reviews because that one person, right, who didn't have a good experience, or maybe there are people out there that will make stuff up, make it bigger than it was. Yeah. You are going to get probably a bad review here or there.
Happens.
So if you got that library that'll help.
Yeah. Because you're always, when you look at a product or a service, you're always looking at multiple reviews, not just obviously
What's
not
the
just
average?
One. What's the average?
There's always that one. I'm like, this is the worst experience of my life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've gotten a review on a product before where somebody complained about the shipping, and it was like, well, that's not a product review. It's not that you didn't like the product 1 star. I love the product, but the shipping, got held up by UPS. That's not even our fault. That's UPS's fault. Sometimes it is our fault. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like we're not perfect. I'm perfect, but the company's not perfect. Just kidding. Calm down, everybody. Calm down, Tracey. Tracey's frozen. She's about to leave and walk out of here. The company, we always, we have our moments, but all in all, make your reviews. They should be the review should be relevant, and that's why you should have a library. Ask for the reviews, build it. This is kind of a form of content in a way, right? Like it's like in a way, it's like review content.
Well, but let me ask you about that. Speaking of content,
yep.
Would you put that on your Instagram?
I totally would put that on my Instagram. I would make that
or your stories. You could put the link.
100%. You can put it on your link. I would also grab reviews and say, I would literally make a video and say, I'm so happy and grateful that I have amazing customers and thank you for the kind reviews, and I would show them. You know what I mean?
Cool.
I'm here to take care of you. If you're looking for an appointment, hit me up. I'll take care of you too. I would make a video like that, and sort of highlight the great experiences that my customers were having. So, on that topic, like you just like branched off, which is great. If you build a review library, now you've got content.
Yeah.
Right?
That's awesome.
It's like you're able to, and you should talk about that on the regular. about the good reviews that you get on the regular.
You could even like real quick on your stories. Oh my gosh, I just got a great review from one of my customers. This is what she said. Thank you so much.
Yes, I want to share this with you.
Susie.
Yes.
I have to name everybody.
You have to. It makes it more like a person. So that makes sense. Trying to make you feel better.
Thank you.
But like, you definitely need to have a review strategy. And so like, let's just go back here. How do I ask my customers, or should I ask my customers for reviews? The answer is yes, but you can do it in a nice modern way. I really like what Tracey said. Put it in a follow-up thank you email, right?
Text.
Or text, sorry. That's how it's all communicated, right? Yeah. Appointments or text. And have the link there where they can click it and do a review. And then also, I myself would ask them at least once. I would they come in the chair and be like, hey, if you have a chance, if you can give me a review, I'd totally appreciate it.
Fill them out first. Like, how was your experience?
Yeah.
Okay, could you give me a review?
How's your experience? These nails suck. Awesome. Can you give me a review?
Yeah. Please do.
Please hit me up and give me a 1. But you need that strategy as part of your business. It's really important. So that's my recommendation for you. Let us know in the comments below how you will go about building reviews for your nail business, what some strategies you do. Let us know in the comments below. Also, let us know what other videos you want to see. We want to hear and know, and that way we can talk about it. Thank you, Tracey.
Thank you
for joining me today. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time on the Biz Talk.